Hello everyone, this is my third attempt at doing this what if, because something stupid keeps happening. So we're going to be doing a what if Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s had the 7 Millennium items. And we're going to be starting off kind of close to the beginning of, I guess, of where the anime starts. Yuga is going to be in his laboratory finishing up his version of Duel Monsters. He realizes that he is getting late for school and says he'll finish it later. As Yuga is heading towards school, he bumps into his friend Luck. I hope I'm remembering that correctly. The blue-haired kid. Yuya and Luck make it to class, and they are having a very special trip that's happening. As they get into the classroom, the teacher announces that they are going on a field trip outside of the city. And Yuga raises his hand, where are we going to go on a field trip to? The teacher says they are going to go to a Duel Monsters museum in Domino City. Yuga and Luck all the kids are very excited that they will be going to a Duel Monsters museum that has all the greatest decks and the different variety of technology. So we cut to Yuga and Luck on the bus, and Yuga is showing off his new version of dueling. But as soon as they get outside of the Goha city limits, they realize that their dual discs stop working. The teacher explains that they're outside of the area of the permitted area of where the Goha dual discs work. So he can't show his friend Luck his new form of dueling yet, but he will. As Luck and Yuga are getting off the bus, they find themselves in front of a giant tower with two blue eye statues on either side. Kind of know where they're at. As they go in, they are greeted by a sort of young person with long black hair. He's going to be their tour guide. He calls himself Mokuba. Mokuba is showing all of them around. And of course, Yuga and Luck see the dueling stadium. They see all kinds of pictures, videos, and everything else. So the teacher says they have one other stop to go to besides just the dueling exhibit at the Kybercorp Tower. They are going to go to the Domino Museum because they have a very special exhibit going on. So all the kids, Yuga and Luck, all go to the special exhibit. As they get there, they meet another familiar character, Ashizu. Ashizu takes all of the kids through the museum and explains them where Duel Monsters came from and who invented it. Ashizu is showing all of the kids the different monsters and, of course, shows them the tablet. you all know what the tablet looks like. Yuga and Luck, says to himself that the two guys on the bottom look like Kaiba and Yugi and kind of giggles and says that's just a coincidence. As they are getting ready to leave, Yuga looks at the top of the tablets and sees the three Egyptian gods and asks if those monsters were ever made into cards. Ashiju says yes, they were made into cards, but only one copy of each card was ever made, and Yugi had all three. And nobody knows what he has done with them. Of course, Shizu knows what actually happened to the three Egyptian god cards, and Yuga goes, that's weird. And Shizu tells him about that even when Pegasus created them, that terrible things started to happen to him after he created the three Egyptian god cards. He had terrible nightmares and almost died in a plane crash. Yuga, not really believing in this magic mumbo jumbo, doesn't really care about it. So we jump back to Yuga, I think I'm probably saying his name wrong. His name's kind of hard to pronounce. And Luck, back at his laboratory. He finally shows Luck his new way of dueling, rush duelings. They have their first duel. Luck beats Yuga. I think that's how it goes in the anime. I'm not too sure. And then he tells him that he wants to make the three Egyptian god cards. Yuga says, didn't you hear what the lady says? And he says, oh, that's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. A few days go past and Yuga is trying to make the three Egyptian god cards into his rush duel form. And as he is doing that, as he goes and goes on, he starts noticing that every day it's been dark and stormy and rainy out. Now we jump cut back to Ishizu at the Domino Museum and noticing that there are lots and lots of clouds after that group of kids came. Yuga not heeding the warnings of Ishizu, begins to make the three Egyptian god cards. He wants to test them out. Luck tells him that this is probably not a good idea. He goes, what about what the lady says? And he goes, don't worry about it. As he tries to summon the three Egyptian god cards, he successfully does it at first. They all turn towards him and try to attack him. As that is happening, Yuga's dual disc basically catches on fire and malfunctions and sorts out. Then he sees a giant burst of light shoot from the three cards, and he is confused about how this happened. And we're back with Ishizu and the stone tablet. Ishizu looks at the stone tablet and knows that it is glowing, and her worst fears have come true. The Egyptian god cards have essentially been angered, and with them being all stirred up, the power has returned to the 7 Millennium items. We cut to our head villain, the head guy of the Gohog Corporation is sitting at his desk looking out the window, and in the reflection, we can see one very particular Millennium eye, one Millennium item on his desk start to glow. And he smiles under his mask. And that's where we're going to end this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. It'll be a little better thought out in the next episode, and that'll be it.